What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Better Late Than Dead. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we continue to creep on around this island full of crocodiles and really not a whole lot else. There's crocodiles and corpses. That's all there is here. We did find some piggies, though, but we were forced to stab them repeatedly with a spear because I love bacon. Bacon is one of the most fantastic inventions we've ever found. Can you imagine the first guy that just, like, his pig died accidentally, and he was like, well, maybe I'll take this part of his back fat and I'll just fry that in a pan real quick, and I wonder if it'll be any good. And then he discovered bacon. That must have been just like tripping and falling into a ravine full of gold on accident. You'd be like, oh my god, I didn't know they were so delicious. And ever since then, piggies have been persecuted. So it looks like I got just about everything from this island over here, with the exception of that lighter right there. I think there are actually ways to win this game right now. I'm not totally sure about it because I've heard differing reports. And so one of the things that some people had said on the forums is that they've actually beaten the game. Like, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end to the game. I had no idea. I thought we were just sandboxing it up. So I figure at this point I should probably imbue some sense of purpose into the game. I think that before, what we were basically working on is we wanted to hit all the different settlements out here and just sort of see if we could find various sundries and things to help us survive. But once we get that out of the way, I'd really like to find the laboratory. They said that you can find a laboratory somewhere on the island, and it has like some answers to the secrets that we've been sort of pondering, I guess, over the course of the playthrough. So anyways, I'm gonna be on my way. Let's have a look around down here on the beach. I don't know if there's anything out here. What is that right there? Oh, it's another dead guy. What's up with all the dead? Oh wow, okay, so there's a whole bunch of supplies over here. This must be the alternate starting point, because when I've started the game up a couple times now, every time you hit new game, it's put me in like one of 3 different spots. So this must be one of the starting spots right here. What does that note say? The note reads, after spending several hours gnawing at a coconut, I found a knife which allows me to rehydrate from the inner liquids of the coconut. Coconut plus cut. So essentially you're saying that you've got to do a cocoa cut. That's actually not a fun word to say. I was halfway through it and I thought, you know what? I just don't like this word cocoa cut. It doesn't do anything for me. I just really don't enjoy saying it. I don't enjoy... Is there just like one fly around here? I had that happen the other day. Oh my god, a housefly, or I'm sorry, not a housefly, a horsefly got into my room. And it was just like in my house all day, and so I waited for night to get here because it was entertaining the cat. If you're wondering why I was lazy and I didn't get rid of the horsefly, it's because it was entertaining the cat and it was keeping him from bothering me while I worked. And so it was a win-win for me. I just locked him outside of the room, and then the cat chased the horsefly around for like a day and a half. And so anyways, I finally got the horsefly to go out. It was actually really, really simple. My girlfriend, that's how it happened ultimately, is my girlfriend found out about the horsefly and how huge and how terrifying it was. And so at that point, it was just like, get this thing out of my house right now. And I'm like, all right, no more kitty toy. Let's go get rid of it. Oh, shit, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's a bear in there. Oh, I don't like this at all. Nope. I cannot bear to think what would happen if I would stop right here. We might barely escape with our lives. I come bearing mangoes. Does that make you happy? Oh, shit, he's right behind us. Oh, my God. Okay, so he's not giving up. Run away, because there's a bear by the bay. Oh, my God. Okay, so I'm going to head off back down the beach because that bear clearly has us out-muscled, although we're about to run out of stamina. So this might suck really, really hard for us. We might have a hard day. It seems possible. Oh, I hit him. I hit him, but he's going to bite me in the face. Oh, God. Please don't, bear. I'm trying to walk away. Look at this. He's like, you threw a spear at me. You were clearly not trying to walk away. Oh, my God. He is, like, all over this. Jump! Jump for your life. Oh, my God. This is the worst. No. Oh, my God. It deletes your save when you die. I had no idea this was like a permadeath thing. That kind of sucks. That's a little bit upsetting. Like, they let you save whenever you want, so I figured it was just like a normal single-player game where you just played and saved whenever you wanted. Nope, if you die, you are hella dead, and then it deletes your save. Alright, so we're back in game right now. I figured we'd give this one more run, and we just try and do our best in order to, I don't know, maybe complete the game. I actually played around a little bit with it in between recordings, and it seems like all of the mobs on the island have been buffed. What I mean by that, we got 2 water bottles? Ooh, I like this starting point. This starting point is sick. We've got the note reads, I can create prepared leaves ideal for crafting special types of items. Simply add leaves, cut, and tie. Okay, that sounds alright to me. I want this. No, I want the mango off the ground. Stop shaking the tree. It's not time for that. It's not time for any tree tickling. I realize that you are a professional who loves, you know, it's going to force me. Whoa, that was weird for a second. I'm like, I'm inside my own head. Why? But yeah, I had no idea that the game was actually going to kill me with permadeath. I would have scummed that so hard had I known. You gotta make exceptions when you're playing on YouTube. You really do. You should be like, Control Alt Delete, and stop it from happening real fast. Like, no, not my entire series, because now I have to start over and people are going to be upset with me. They're going to yell and say terrible things about my mother now. This is the worst. Damn it, internet. Why do you do these things? I'm so sad. I can't do this anymore. So the bears are apparently a lot scarier. I ran around the island for like 35 minutes in between recording, and it has become apparent to me that all of the monsters have been buffed. And by monsters, I mean alligators, wolves, and bears. They used to die from one spear. Now they don't die from one spear. I threw 7 spears at a crocodile, and every single one hit him, and he still didn't die. So I'm thinking we should just stay the hell away from wildlife. It's going to be our best plan. It belongs to someone, but let's see if there's anything useful. Nope, it is empty. Nothing inside. Damina. I hate that N at the end of damn. Damina. I'm one of those people that I really think we should spell things how they sound. I hate the way that, like, sometimes we just have, like, a bunch of random letters in a word that don't need to be there. Like, who decided that was going to be a thing? I realize that things have Latin and Greek roots and whatnot, but we could just streamline. Like, damn should be like D-A-M. Ooh, there's a key. Yeah, I'll take that right there. Ship forth the key. We were here a couple episodes ago, so we're basically, like, in the same spot. We got some oil right there. I think what we really, really want to lock down is a knife. And if we can't get that soon, it's going to be a very, very sad turn of events. So let's walk down the beach for a little bit. I'd like to jump over to that other island right there, perhaps swim my way across. That is the verb that I would typically associate with swimming. I don't know which ones you choose. Either way, it should work out okay, I hope. But if it doesn't, I promise that I'll make it all better with funny noises and also funny facial expressions that you'll never be able to see. Oh, there's a bottle right there. Yay, more oil. An old bag with nothing inside. An old bag with nothing inside. I already made the joke about my landlady, right? I made the joke about my landlady? Alright, good. As long as I made the joke about my there better not be sharks out here now. Because all the other creatures got buffed, and so that would lead me to believe that there might be a shark out here. We're going to check the island very, very quickly for anything we might find out here, like a knife or something like that. That's actually the only object that I really want. I don't know if the islands spawn the same every single time, or if there's a random configuration of there's a random configuration of items every single time that you play the game. I'm not sure if it's randomized or if it's just the same every single time. If it's the same every single time, I know exactly 2 or 3 places where we can get a knife, and I'm hoping that this pays off. Tell me what you think about the game, though. We're starting this over right now, and if people don't want to watch it anymore, meh, we can go work on something else. I wanted to play Caves of Cut, and in fact, I'm going to do it when I stream tonight, because it's Monday, recording on a fun day. I got invited to do like a crazy thing. The developers of Dungeon Defenders invited me to fly out to Florida. Like, I had it in my inbox this morning. I have a guy that, like, runs my channel, basically. He's my channel manager. Some channels have him, some channels don't. And I choose to have one because I'm addle-brained and I can't keep anything straight. And so he's sort of like a manager/agent, I guess. Like, basically, he talks to companies and, like, makes things happen. Or he receives my emails sometimes and just sort of, like, filters through them and figures out. Not the Splattercat Gaming. This is a different. I got another different business email that he controls. But anyways, the Splattercat Gaming one, if you've been sending stuff there, don't worry. I get it and I see those. At least I try to, on this, if it's not one of those days where I have, like, 900 new emails. But anyways, I got a guy that does that, and he contacted me this morning. He's like, so how do you feel about Dungeon Defenders? And I was like, the first game I liked. I think they over-DLC'd it a little bit, but I liked the first game. I played it a lot with my ex, actually. That was one of those games that we played a shit ton for like a couple weeks. I see lighters, I see a note, and I see an oil bottle. And so anyways, Dungeon Defenders 2 or something is coming out. Dear Diary, I lost you. Oh, we've already done this one. You could pause it if you want and read it. KL1, I think, is the name of the company that's got us in here. They're kind of like the Dharma Initiative or whatever. You're supposed to wonder about them the entire game. What is the Dharma Initiative? I watched Lost, and I still don't know what the Dharma Initiative is. I'm still confused as hell. I watched that show, and I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on. I just feel dumb. By the time you get to the 5th or the 6th season, they start time traveling and doing all kinds of crazy shit where you're just like, I think there's a couple things that will let you know that a show has run out of ideas, and those things are time travel and then B, dream sequences. Now, if the show is based on time travel, you could ignore the first rule. So if it's something like, I don't know, I've never seen Doctor Who, but do they time travel or do they jump in between dimensions? I don't know what he does because I've never watched. Hey, we got a pipe. Hell yeah. So we can fight like Streets of Rage up in here. The pipe was what was on in Streets of Rage. It wasn't as good as the katana, though. The katana was by far the superior weapon. One of the really fun weapons in that game that a lot of people don't even know is in the game is you can pick up the shurikens that the ninja guys throw at you, but it's hard to do. You've got to hit them. So basically, it's a weapon that you can pick up and you can use, but it's not really like intended, I guess. You've got to know exactly where the ninjas are going to fall onto the screen at exactly the right moment, and you got to jump kick them right before they hit the ground because they dodge all your punches. And so if you jump kick them right when they hit the ground, it knocks the shuriken out of their hand, and you can pick up the shuriken, and it works just like a knife. You can throw it or you can stab people with it. It has the exact same animation as a knife, too. But there's a bunch of things. I know a lot of stuff about Streets of Rage, by the way. Like, Streets of Rage, I know where all the secret 1-ups in the game are, and I found them the hard way back, like, before there was game facts. Like, back in the 90s, I just played the game so much that I know where everything is in it. Like, in the first level, if you go down behind the mailbox when you first start in Streets of Rage 2, at the bottom left-hand corner of the scene, there's, like, a big blue mailbox. If you go back behind there and you press the pickup button, you'll pick up a 1-up. There's a couple of them later on in the game, too. There's one, I think, in the motorcycle level behind some of the collision. I can't describe this one, though, because the motorcycle level more or less looks the same. You just kind of, like, know it once you've seen it once or twice. But, yeah, I'm a big Streets of Rage fan. I was trying to figure out, I got an Elgato so that I could capture stuff for my Sega Genesis or my Super Nintendo, but I wasn't sure if people would be interested. I might make a new channel for it, Splattercat Retro or something like that, where we sit around and play games from my childhood, because I do want to play older games on the channel. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. There better not be any alligators out here. I know there's a bear up in this cave, though, so I wouldn't be able to bear it if I died again in such a terrible fashion. Oh, no, this is the spider cave right here. Spider cave, spider cave. He's got 8 legs and knows how to wave. He'll bite your face with his mandibles. It totally sucks. I don't know any words that rhyme with mandibles. I guess you could say, like, cannibals, maybe? I just want your Band-Aid. No! That was like his secret treasure stash in this game. Spiders are very, very prone to contusions and lacerations, and so the size of the amount of Band-Aids that they have stolen from humanity, that's actually what dictates the wealth of the spider. So, as I understand it, that spider should be able to, like, attack me and bite me and stuff, but I'm not that worried about him, because he's a punk ass. Let's swim back across. I don't know if there's anything over there that I want to fiddle around with. I need to find a knife, like, right now. So let's go around the circumference of the island, although... Was this the... I don't think this is the island that I wanted. I think this is a different island. I think the island we want is that one right there where the knife was on the docks or whatever. I think that's the island over there. Let's go after the other one and see if we can get a knife in the first episode, because I want to be able to create a torch. Otherwise, I got to outwait. So basically, if I can't find a torch, I can't record at night because it's too dark and you guys can't see anything. And it just feels like a waste of my own time. And if we get a torch, we should be good. On this side, I think we already hit this house. We got a water pump right here that's actually... not camped. Oh, we've got so many water bottles. Well, never mind then. We'll put that in. We'll put that in our 3 slot. I got the lead pipe. I think the lead pipe is only a weapon. I don't think you use it for anything else. I think you use it to strike people in the head, and that's about it. Just clunk. We're not going to be doing any, like, improvised plumbing or anything like that. That's a job that, like, plumbing is a gnarly, gnarly job. If you do everything, like if you work with the city and you're, like, authorized to do, like, random sewage stuff, maintenance, oh, man. Cleaning septic tanks and whatnot, oh, Jesus. It's a brutal job. It's a brutal, but it pays well. And plumbers will never go out of business because everybody needs to shit. Everybody does the Valsalva maneuver maybe every day. I don't know what your schedule's like. Everybody's got a different poop schedule, and it's all on you to remember where it is. Like, I have friends, when we would go out in the field, no joke, I knew people like, see, my poop schedule, well, I'm not going to talk about it here because it's a little bit crass. But what I'm saying is everybody has natural rhythms. That sounds so much better. That's the marketing right there. Does your natural rhythm feel like it's off? Eat more probiotic yogurt. So anyways, everybody's natural rhythms are different, you know, and I have some people that, like, when we would go out in the field, they just couldn't use the bathroom in the field. Like, for whatever reason, when they're out in the middle of nature, they can't do what you're supposed to do in nature. I'd be like, look, the deer just did it right over there, man. That bird, he just shit right all over that rock, and yet you can't do it out here? Dude, you are an animal. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. I knew a guy, he held it for 13 days while we were in the field. Didn't drop a number 2 once. I'd be like, oh my god, how are you walking right now? I feel like you are severely hampering your ability to dodge. I wouldn't be able to bend at the waist anymore, dude. I would just be like a walking human stick. I'd just be like, I can't bend my back right now. It'd be like I lifted something too aggressively at the gym. My back is just toast. I just have to stand up as straight as possible and just be like, please don't move, please don't move, please don't move. If you ever pulled your back out, you'll know what I mean. For you young kids, that doesn't happen to you guys. I blew my back out the first time when I was like, maybe like a year or two ago, actually. I don't even know how. Oh, I know how I did it. I was at the gym, and I was just like trying to mash out my workout real fast. And you know how it goes when you go to the gym a lot. Why are you not regenerating stamina? Here, get your stamina back so that I can run, because it's getting dark right now, and the dark is super, super scary. So anyways, you know how, like, when you go to the gym frequently and you work out a lot, And if you don't, I'll explain it to you. You just want to get out of there sometimes. Like, sometimes it's been a long-ass day, and you really don't feel like putting in, like, an hour and a half at the gym, so you're trying to do your workout as quickly as possible just so you can get home and eat dinner and just, like, be about your leisure time because you really, really need it today in order to detox and just, like, regenerate and feel better about going to work the next day, right? Well, I was doing that, and unfortunately, I let my form suffer because of it. And I yanked what I shouldn't have yanked, and I felt it. I definitely... Why is that house levitating over there? Oh, it's not a house. It's a signboard. Okay, so it's really, really dark right now. I think our first knife was around here somewhere. Maybe it was on those docks over there. Balls. Let's check the houses. I don't know if the generation of items is random or not. We might luck out and find a knife in here. There's one thing... Okay, so there's a water bottle in there. I don't really want that. I think that I would like... Here, jump over that. Yes, very, very good. Oh, the door is locked? Really? This door wasn't locked before. I guess the doors rotate between locked and unlocked? I'm afraid to use a key on it because every time I use a key on something, it doesn't work right. And so you lose the key whether it works or not, and I don't know. So we got used item. And I read on the forums that if it says you... Oh, it worked that time. Good. Okay, so the last door, I fiddled with it forever, and I couldn't get it to open. Looks like we got a rag in here, and we've got a note. If you can read this, I may be dead. Oh, we got that one already. This guy's like, look behind you, haha, and thinks he's super funny. That is kind of funny. Trolling from beyond the grave is something that I feel like I would be able to accomplish. There's an oil bottle right there. Little bit of a disappointing assembly of loot right now. Looks like there's another lighter in there. I think people here are either avid pyromaniacs or very, very enthusiastic smokers. One or the other. Don't jump off this, by the way. You can wound yourself very, very badly. I jumped off it one time and it, like, injured me somehow. It is really, really dark at night. And I realize that sounds like just sort of the nonchalant, obvious statement of the day, but for real, it's dark at night in this game and it makes me scared and I don't like it. It makes me scared, Is this door open then? What about this door right here? Oh, that one actually started out unlocked. And that's the guy that says he's going to beat you to death if you don't use the storage area properly. Ah, there we go. Now we got our stuff. Now we're up and playing the game again. It's really unfortunate that we died. I don't feel good about that. I feel like a giant nerd right now for not knowing that the game had permadeath. That seems like one of those things I should have locked in on. I think this has to go in a certain order. So I need add... an add. Yeah, there we go. Failed. Add, and then a tie, and then that. No. Maybe it's stick, then you take that, then you tie it, then you got that. There we go. I knew I'd get the order right eventually. It's just sort of like you have to read it like a sentence. You take the stick, you take the cloth, you wrap the cloth around the stick, and then you douse it in oil. I'm going to add it to my... No, I wanted to add it to one of my slots here. I'm going to add it... yeah, one slot seems fine. Why not? We're not going to be fighting anything anytime soon anyways. Oh my god, I can see it so much better. I always wanted to play the Risen games on this channel, but I never thought... I just don't think there would be an audience for it. It's one of those games that, like, some people are really, really avid haters of, like, Risen and Gothic 3 and games like that where they're sort of like buggy little... I wouldn't say... they work, but not in the way that most people expect them to, and so they also have a lot of like really, really rough edges that you can put your eye out on, and so I think a lot of people did not like those games. I enjoyed the first Risen. It was a fun game. I think that it's one of those things that when you have a low budget and you try to make an open world free roaming game, RPG or whatever, it's difficult to get all the pieces together, but I feel like they went after an ambitious project, and they did okay with that. I never played the new Gothic either. I need to sit down and play all of those. I haven't done any of it. I beat Risen 1. I sat down like a year ago, and I beat Risen 1 finally because I like the game, and I just never, got around to finishing it. I made it like halfway through the game where you're collecting all the random little plates or whatever that you have to plug into the weird Aztec machinery thing. The final boss battle in Risen, by the way, is super disappointing. I don't want you to be like... Did they optimize the game right now? I might be able to play in 60 frames. I don't know. I'll try pretty soon. I'll try and see what happens. I feel like my video recorder right now has been reporting 60 frames the whole time, but I recorded this episode in 30 frames, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try the next one in 60 just to see how things go. I figure we need to get our torch back out. Get your torch back out. Get your torch back out. Makes you wanna go with shout. Get your torch back out. You gotta have musical assistance in these things. That's like 80% of being successful on YouTube. I hate to tell. Oh, there's a note right here. There are no more boats. I was warned about the evacuation far too late. I will need to wait for transport to return to the island. I don't know where the keys have gone. If you find them, please keep them safe. Okay, so we're going to keep the keys safe if we find them. Just keep them nice and warm next to our man pouch. I'm going to jump up inside this building right here. And maybe we'll find something useful. We got some more lighters over here. I actually don't count those as being that useful. There's another one over there too, I think. Oh my god, I'm stuck on a chair. What is that? Oh, it's another lighter. That's a really, really big Zippo. That thing is like enormous. Like, look at that Zippo right there. That is a fist-sized Zippo. I don't know. I just have a mini zip. Let's see here. Yeah, I got a Zippo. I smoke cigars every now and again. I know it's bad for me, but I enjoy it. It's one of the vices that I won't give up. It's not like I don't smoke cigarettes every single day. I'm not like that. I just smoke like a cigar every couple weeks. And so anyways, I had to get a Zippo when I got cigars because it just wouldn't like light with a normal lighter. You had to sit there forever trying to torch that damn thing and it just like wouldn't go. Like, Zippo lighter on the other hand, it uses up a lot of fuel, but it'll get it going. But I think my Zippo's defective. Not sure what's wrong with mine right now. It like leaks air or something. I don't know if it's got like a crack in it somewhere that I can't see or what's going on. But anyways, I gotta refill the fuel on it like every other day. I don't know if that's just like a Zippo thing, like you just have to do that with Zippos. But I don't use it. Like I won't use it at all, and it just won't work the next time I use it. So I assume it's not airtight or something, so the little sponge in the bottom isn't soaking the butane properly. Wait for my stamina to come back, and then actually, we're pretty thirsty right now. Let's go ahead and handle that. I think the next goal we should really go after is to make ourselves a couple of spears. Now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but since the last time I played the game, they patched, and monsters and creatures are very, very hard to kill now. So just be aware that, like, they aren't going to go down from one spear like they used to. They're going to take, like, 3 or 4, which means you have to be a little bit crafty about exploiting their pathfinding and sort of just, like, getting them stuck places, because with the way that the throw animation works, they will kill you before you kill them. The throw animation in this game is slightly sketchy, and so since it always sort of throws, like, the same distance no matter where you aim, I can't describe it really, but it always sort of just, like, lobs it the same distance in front of you. It seems like moving laterally like this counts, but moving up and down doesn't increase or decrease the trajectory. I haven't tried holding down the clicker, though, to see if I can throw farther and harder, so maybe that's why I was doing so poorly with it. Either way, we'll do some experimentation on the way. I want to go this way right here, I guess. There's going to be stuff out in the forest like wolves and whatnot. If we can find ourselves some evergreen trees like some redwoods or something like that, some pine trees, we can chop some sticks off of them. Actually, I already have sticks, don't I? I already have sticks. Okay. So if I already have sticks, I don't know if I want to... See, my inventory is already full. My inventory is already full. I don't know what I want to carry with me and what I don't want to carry with me. I could chop those into band-aids since that's all I'm going to be using them for anyways. I don't think that cloth has any other major use. But I have to clear out my inventory first, so... I am going to drop a lighter for a second just so I have that extra space. And then let's hack this up for just a minute. I've been playing like a lot of Caves of Cud lately. Like a stupid amount. Over the weekend, that was like all that I did. Ask anybody that knows me. They were like, hey, you want to go do X this weekend? I was like, psh, X is lame. I'm playing Caves of Cud. Caves of Cud has been like ruining my afternoons. It has just been... I was playing Antharian a lot until Caves of Cud came along. And I was just like, this game is too fun. You can't make a game this fun and then expect me to just like put it down. But Caves of Cud is one of those games where it is just a filthy, filthy horror of a game. Like, the game will seduce you along and make you think that you're winning, and then, like, for example, you'll walk around a corner. I had this happen to me. I was steamrolling through the dungeon. Like, my dude was badass. He was leveled. He was able to fight. He was taking out everything that was a threat. And then I go down a stairway, and my head gets blown off the second I step down the stairs on the first turn by a guy with a shotgun who was just, like, waiting at the bottom of the stairs. I was like, oh, what, lose one of your favorite characters that way, and I promise you, it'll stick with you for a while. It'll stick with you. Speaking of sticking with me, you want to give me some more sticks? Where's my family? Yay, I saw where the sticks fell. For whom the sticks fall. Ask not for whom the sticks fall, they fall for thee. I would love to. You're going to make me do this twice, aren't you? Sometimes this little tooltip for shaking trees, it overrides everything else. Hey, for whom the stick falls. I'm glad that the sticks are actually being so obliging because I really didn't... Oh, there's one over here. I missed it. Yay! Let's go ahead and take that. I'm just going to try and make like a million... They said they're working on a bow and arrow right now, too. And somebody asked if they were ever going to put guns in the game, and they said no. They said emphatically that there would probably never be guns in the game. I don't know how I feel about that. Can I inspect that? No? I can't inspect that? Alright, whatever. Let's go through here. And we got some more cloth right there. I don't really want the cloth. I think I'm going to leave it where it sits for the moment. I am going to take the oil because it stacks. And there's a key in here, right? Oh, no, there was some painkillers. What do you use painkillers for? I know we had them the last time we played, but I wasn't quite sure what we used them for. If you wanted to pause and read the note, go ahead. Pause! And then we're back up inside the game. I'm not going to read the ones that we've already read before, so if you've come into the series for our second playthrough here after we got owned by a bear, I apologize that you missed out on the first half, but you really should watch things in their chronological order. I think that in life it will make things easier for you. I used to work out of order on things. It used to drive my mom crazy because my mom is one of those super like OCD people where like you have to do things. If there's a connect the dots and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have to do that. Like it's a rule to her. Like, in her universe, you're not allowed to go in any other order. And I will say that for connect the dots, that is sort of true. If you do them out of order, it probably won't come out the way that it's supposed to. Unless it's one of those super easy ones for, like, babies, you know what I mean? Where it comes out the same no matter what you do. I need to cut all these up into spears. Because I know for a fact... Oh, you guys are going to do that to me? Okay. I'm going to drop that bottle real quick. I'm going to unequip it. Then I'm going to drop it like it's hot. And then I'm going to put that one in my 2 slot real fast. There it is. Be careful what you stick in your 2 slot. It may get you into trouble. You might end up with a very, very serious infection. Some kind of like bacterial invasion. While I saw all these up, I'm going to break the episode off. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Better Late Than Dead. I don't know how long we're going to keep this one going. I would like to actually see what's on the back end of the game and see if maybe we can finish it somehow, but that's going to require us to have like keys and all kinds of other stuff. So anyways, I look forward to seeing you. I'll probably record a batch of episodes today, like a batch of like 6 or 7, and then we'll just keep it going for a little while. I've got a lot of stuff though that we're going to be doing in the next week or so. So if we don't end up finding the way out of here by like the end of maybe this session or the next one, I'll probably let her go. But for right now, let it go. Let it go. I'll see y'all later. Hi to everybody.